Hi everybody. It's your friend Daniel Hutchins. We're back again for another video. It's been a long time since we've done any real videos here on the Hutchins Hut. So let me just remind you that there's been a lot of different stuff going on. So I'm just gonna fill you in a little bit on the scoop of what that all might entail. Okay, so my sister and brother were on vacation since June 19th. Now we're officially in July. So it just goes to show that my sister and brother have been gone for like a month. So it's noted that sometimes in a world where we think all hope is lost, but we realize it's really not. It's just the people who choose to go on a path of darkness oftentimes see themselves in a situation, in a hole that they dug so deep in, they don't know how to get out of it. But then again, I can't say that I'm sorry for those people because, well, they made the bed, they sleep in it. That's kind of the straightforward idea of the narrative arc. But then again, as I'm walking back home on my street, well, the street that goes onto my street, I can just say that I've been wrapped up and busy with a lot of my continual hobbies and art projects for my blue sovereignty. But then again, it just goes to show that even during frustration or consequential grinds, sometimes it's just you have to find the excellent finds. But then when you can't find the excellent finds that you're trying to procure, well, most of the time it's like, well, the same reason why it's like, oh yeah, well, some people just don't have the headspace or the mental patience to deal with anything anymore or anyone anymore because, well, let's be honest, the world just has to stop caring about, everybody and anything because, well, America is just a really, really careless place. It didn't always used to be that way, but again, well, bearing in mind that we are now celebrating 250 years of the United States, and yet, well, it doesn't really seem like anything's really changed. So, most people would be like doing, oh yeah, fireworks, oh yeah, cookouts, oh yeah, family time. I'm like, no, no, and no. You know why? Because, well, this might be one of my very, very first times celebrating the 4th of July by myself. Mostly because, well, I don't know, it just seems like a holiday that doesn't really have any importance to me anymore. Because, well, some holidays actually do bring me some love and joy. I don't know, like Christmas or Halloween or Easter. 4th of July just doesn't really seem that important to me anymore. Because, well, yeah, we claimed independence back in 1776, yeah, like they always taught you in elementary. But again, most people just take this idea of history and they're like, oh yeah, well, this was that, and this was that, and that was this, and that was that. And it's like, no, that's the thing. Most people just don't really seem to have kids that want to have the attention span, or just a very short attention span. And that's why the reading and math scores show across the other places in the world. While other places in the world, like China, or places over in the continent of Asia, tend to be like, oh, they go like 300 days of school, while we only go like 120 days of school. That just goes to show that sometimes we might not be the smartest people in the world, but, well, we're certainly not dumb. I don't know, it depends on what your definition of dumb is, but, well, again, we're not going there because that would be a little, I don't know, whatever. So basically, where I'm trying to get from here is just basically, sometimes in a world when you feel like the hope and the magic is really lost, well, maybe it's just for the best. Maybe the hope and the magic is really gone because, well, I don't know, because maybe if you thought about it long and hard enough, people would realize it's like, oh yeah, well, that's just the way life is. And yeah, that's the hard truth about it. The hard truth about life is that, well, people just don't care. Has it ever occurred to you that sometimes people just don't care because, well, again, they just don't care? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And lots of people are asking me, am I going to be watching Supergirl? Or am I going to do a Supergirl review? Yes, I'm going to be watching Supergirl. But to answer your question, no, I'm not doing a Supergirl review. Mostly because, well, one, it's a waste of fucking time. And two, I got better things to make on the channel that take higher level of importance and concentration, that takes better precedence over, stupid last stupid fucking 15 years review. So, it just goes to show that sometimes some things in the world take precedence over other things. So, if you think that I was going to do a Supergirl movie review on the channel, well, the answer to that question simply is no, I'm not doing a review on Supergirl. Because, well, I got better things to do on the channel. Like, I don't know, expanding the narrative and telling stories about other important things that might, cure up some interest for you guys. So, I don't know, personal stories, growth stories, art, all the other stuff. So, I don't know. Just goes to show that sometimes branching off to other things while also maintaining the peace between the YouTube and the community standard, it could be a real challenge base. Let me tell you, I'm one of the really, really old entertainment storyteller channels, and I tend to stick away from the AI. I only use AI only like if I'm like making music or like a short. But aside from that, well, everything else in my channels, well, are authentic, original, and real deal. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to finish up the final stretch of my walk. And so, yeah, by simultaneously recording myself on the camera while also letting you know that the real deal is still, very much in manifesto form, is this idea narrative that, again, it doesn't really matter how far you stretch yourself. It's knowing where your limits are, especially when you don't know what's going to be happening next. And though oftentimes said than not, most people feel like they kind of overestimate themselves and be like, oh yeah, I thought this. Oh yeah, that's right, it didn't work. Well, that's called underestimating or overestimating your own bounds. But again, why am I talking in this incessant conversation? Well, that's a good question. It's easy, actually. It's to expand different variety of narrative on the Hudson Side channels and our affiliations. So, I'm just kind of a little annoyed as to why some people just don't seem to catch the memo of what I'm trying to build or curate or try to get back to. Because, well, people don't want to give myself a jab. So, I don't know, well, if people want to follow the channel, cool. If they don't want to follow the channel, I understand. Sometimes some shit's not for everyone. So, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell these traffic intersections are quite literally. Hey, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, like I said, it's all about just constantly realizing what is true and what is not true. But also balancing out the real deal narrative against the Bo-Katan. And yet sometimes it's like people say, who is Bo-Katan? Well, she's a villain that's supposed to be informed with back in 2012 back when she's 3 of the narrative arc that was a woman. But then again, But then again, people feel like, well, why do I get angry all the time and I yell her name and I'm in anger? Well, that's an excellent question. To answer your question simply and straight, well, let's just say, she's not necessarily someone you would trust. Because it goes all the way back since her inception. All the way back since, it was created by, Mr. Cowboy Hat from Star Wars, Mr. Dave Filoni. But then again, people are like, oh yeah, well, nothing. It's called well, nothing. People have to realize you can't trust everybody in the galaxy, especially when they end up trading colors for something that's a lot more darker in comparison cost. So, I don't know. It just goes to show that sometimes when you turn it back on someone and you realize, well, why did this person do this? Well, they made the choice, they swept with it. So, you can't say that you're sorry because, well, they made the choice. So, again, until we see again, I'll see you on the hut. Yes, until we see you again, we will see you on the hut.